So, what Yoder did back there, I guess that completes his face heel turn. In other words, not being so bad to, oh hey, I'm gonna leave these people to die. Even though so much time and effort and Oscar's life has been spent to save them.
Oh, come on. How could this be so complicated? I don't know thing one about diving.
Dad, don't mess with the mixture valve. They're all preset.
Since when do you know about diving?
Remember those lessons you wouldn't let me take?
Did your mother override my decision?
Actually, Steve bought me lessons. It was a secret.
Mom's boyfriend.
Yeah. If it's any consolation, I got grounded and Steve slept on the couch for a week.
Well, it's a good thing that he taught her.
Wonder how long it'll take for this room to flood.
Let's not find out, Dad.
Yeah, that was a very morbid question, Jerry. A very morbid pondering. Well, you should be happy that Steve got her those lessons. I waved the mouse around and he just looked over at me, angry with me. I wonder when she stole the can. Did she steal it when she was doing that whole crazy, oh, I'm gonna beat on your chest and wail ineffectually? That seems so ridiculous and stupid to me, but if that's when she took it, then that makes complete sense, and I was not giving her due credit.
Do we need the wetsuits? The water should be warm.
This deep and this time of the day, we would totally go hyperthermic. Don't worry, Dad. Neoprene makes everyone look good.
It's not my modesty I'm worried about. How you holding up, Jess?
Okay, I guess. I'd feel a lot better if we weren't trapped in the bottom of the lagoon.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We're going to get out of this. Are you sure about these sea caves?
I used to swim this lagoon as a child. With the air tanks, it'll be easy.
Famous last words.
Pardon?
Nothing.
Okay, how do we do it? I'm done fiddling around.
I'll be right back. Feeder program. Hatchery B, Pool 4. That looks like the one scheduled for today's feeding.
Okay. Okay.
That ought to keep it busy.
Those are tiny, tiny little fish. Is that... Those are so small that the mosasaur probably can't even taste them.
Okay, hon. What do we do?
Dad, I changed my mind. These are rebreathers and I've never actually used one. I'm not ready for this.
Hey, you could do
No!
this.
What if something goes wrong? I don't want to do this. I don't want anyone else to get hurt.
Sweetheart, look at me. You were right about me. I don't give you the trust you deserve. I don't give you a chance to prove it either. But here, now, you've done more than enough to earn that trust. I know you're capable of great things. I trust you, Jess. I know this is something you can do.
I just don't want you to go away. I'm so tired of you always going away.
I know, honey, but I'm here right now, and I'm not gonna leave you alone. I'll be here with you all the way. Now, what's the diver signal for okay?
It's universal. Duh.
Right, right. Well, I promise to signal you whenever you check on me, okay?
I'm scared.
Remember that time?
As scared as that time you accidentally walked into Uncle Wallace's room while he was washing his nose?
It was so gross. I didn't know it was prosthetic.
Oh god.
Okay, Jess, you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
So, how do these things work?
Well, these are closed circuit rebreathers. They look custom designed. This is the regulator. It's built into the mask. It wants to help you breathe. Don't fight it. And don't hold your breath.
Okay, don't hold my breath.
The tank is small, maybe 15 minutes of air.
Is that enough?
But it recycles the air you exhale. It should work for about 45 minutes. Try not to freak
Wow.
out. You'll use air faster. You might even mess up the CO2 scrubbers.
That sounds bad.
CO2 poisoning is totally bad. That's
Jesus.
it. The suit's mostly automated. It'll keep you, like, buoyant and manage your oxygen. Oh, and try to swim casual.
Swim casual?
Don't spaz out. It attracts sharks.
What about mosasaurs?
Probably them too.
Yeah.
Turn around.
Ooh. Oh. Come on, Nima. Do not become one with the rock. Fuck off, Mosasaur. There you go. Oh, Jesus. Don't you have something better to do? I guess not. God, that would be so scary. It's a beautiful creature. It's got beautiful black eyes. No, no, don't do that. Don't do what you're doing. Don't. No. Mosasaur, no! Bad Mosasaur. I wonder if it's full grown. No. Just a tail. That's a huge tail. God damn it. Uh-oh. Oh no! God damn it. Now it's just trapped in its little aquarium. I do feel bad for all the dinosaurs that are gonna die here. It's not their fault they're here. I wonder, when they bomb the island, are they gonna get the mosasaur too? I mean, are they gonna bomb it that well to where they're even gonna get, like, deep down in the lagoon where it is?
Look! By the lighthouse!
Yes, that must be it.
Wait! I don't see anyone on it.
Maybe a dinosaur ate them.
Maybe Billy ate them.
Oh,
Well, well, well. Fortune smiles upon the brave.
Hey, Dad!
I thought I'd worked everything out. Hadn't accounted for our little thief here. Well played, Jess. Well played. But then, I was sure I had buried my ticket off this island at the bottom of the sea. But, lo and behold, you slippery sons of bitches survived. Wait. Did you swim out of there?
You bastard. What will your bosses think when they learn that you tried to murder us?
But they won't learn about that, because one way or another, you're not gonna tell them. I just don't know how we got to this point, Nima. You were the last one of my kind I thought I could trust.
shut up, Billy.
Didn't start out that way, but we had worked out a mutually beneficial deal!
And then
But
you went
now,
nuts.
I don't even have that. All that's left for me is that damn canister. Now hand it over, Missy. Nice one. Almost hurt.
You looking for this?
You know, things don't have to be this way. We'll kiss and make up, and
Ugh.
share this payout, just like we planned.
I am sorry I did not see your true self long ago. I could have saved us all a lot of trouble and kicked your ass to begin with.
Oh, you're pretty good. Come on, Nima. You're a merc just like me. You got bills to pay. Are these two really worth all this?
I am not like you. You are a monster, worse than the things on this island. No more talk. Shut up and fight.
Oh, oh, oh.
All right. Playtime's over.
That's not fair. Not that he cares. Ow! Oh, fuck! Fuck, he got me! Oh, he got me. Oh, fuck. Come on. Don't turn your back on him. Don't turn your back on him. Oh,
Oh, there we go. Is that the little thing we're fighting over? Oh,
No.
Huh? What? What's that? I can have it? Why so generous all of a sudden?
you fucking dick. Okay, well they have it now. That's fine.
You want to be the hero? You want to break our deal?
Do you feel that?
Oh my god. Stop!
You want to make new friends?
Yoder!
And Nima, I don't like it.
Eat him. Eat him. And the can is still there. Jesus. See, right there I could have chosen between Jess and the can. Whack her! Whack.
Over here! Hey! Come on!
No, dead end. No. Oh. What? What am I doing? What? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What? Oh. Get in there. Oh, climb. Okay. Man, that would have sucked if he had gotten trapped in there. Jesus. There we go. No! Jesus Christ. That's the stuff nightmares are made of. Oh God! Oh, I thought I did it. I thought I did it. There, I did it. Run! Run! Why didn't you start it before? Oh. Run, 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 run.
We made it.
Yeah.
Believe me, the whole world is better off without that can.
Guys?
Not me, Jerry. Not my daughter.
Guys?
Nima, I made a promise. I'll figure something out. Come back to Dallas with us. We'll find a way to get you and your Mariquita.
Guys! How much did you say those embryos were worth?
And there it is. I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think that this game is really quite good. I definitely think it's underrated. Pretty much the only issues that I have with it, you know, I mean the bugginess, you know, but I mean, isn't that just kind of like... I mean, you know, Telltale games are kind of known for that. I guess a lot of different games are. Also, the ending right there seems kind of quick. Like, I thought maybe the ending should have been dragged out a little bit. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, I think the game is just... I really like it. Especially the last 2 episodes. The first 2, I mean, they're entertaining enough, but, you know, there's a lot of, you know, cliches and stuff, and it's kind of slow-paced compared to the last 2. I'm looking at a list of notes here for stuff that I wanted to make sure to mention at the end, but I've pretty much ended up saying all of it already. One thing in particular that I liked about this game was the contrast between Oscar and Yoder. I liked that a lot. You know, in the beginning, Oscar's like, oh, I'm so evil and bad and blah, and Yoder's like, oh, come on, let's all be nice and meh, meh, meh. And then, you know, you end up seeing something good in Oscar, you know, like something in him that wants to be good. And, you know, like I said, I really think that at the end he does a really good job redeeming himself. I mean, dying for them like that, I mean, that was just... I like to think that Oscar had a heart of gold underneath it all. And when Nima said that Oscar wore his sins out on his arm for all to see, I thought that was really interesting, because that implies a sort of guilt, maybe? Or at least an honesty about what he was. Whereas with Yoder, there was a definite kind of shallowness there. He did have this mask, and it was a mask, of like, oh, you know, I'm a fun, you know, likable guy, I'm not bad. And then once he loses that, there's just like nothing except this howling, hateful, irrational creature. And I really liked seeing the contrast and how those two developed over the game. I've never done the ending where Nima goes after the can instead of Jess, because I never thought that that was believable for her character. From what I've read, the ending is much less happy, so... And since I never did think that was something that Nima would do, I've never gone that route. There is a journal. You may have seen it on the main menu. There's a journal, and I'll go through that. And Sorkin, I mean, she was definitely... she was definitely a character and a half. It was definitely true that she repeatedly put the animals over the human beings that she was around over and over and over. You know, she was a real idealist, you know, just a real hippie lady, and there's a lot to respect there. But so much pain and crap could have just been avoided if she hadn't been quite so idealistic. And I say that as a person who is quite idealistic myself. And then at the end, I mean, you know, look at the ingratitude. That Mosasaur didn't give a crap about what she had done for it. Yeah, this is a beautiful screen here, too. Okay. I'm gonna go over the journal. I'm making sure that all the pages are unlocked like they should be. Okay. From what I understand, this journal is written from Sorkin's point of view, and it is an attempt to explain the holes and inaccuracies that the film presented. Yeah, I'll read it out loud. What a day. Supply chopper never showed. Parasaurs won't behave. And face it, I'm still mad at John Hammond. He gave me a mosquito in amber, and I made life. No other paleogeneticist could have done it. But I wouldn't take shortcuts. So he took my life's work and handed it over to Henry Wu. John gave me this lab to shut me up. At least now I have time to study the animals, record the phenotypic anomalies, and maybe fix what's broken. Dilophosaurus, double-crested lizard. Wu's amphibian DNA has profoundly changed our Dilophosaurs. They should grow to 6 meters long. None in our brood are that big. I'm even wondering if the frill and spitting behavior are a splicing error. There's no evidence in the fossil record for that business. Our dilos may be small, but they're tenacious. Once they decide you're prey, they don't let up. There's nothing to do but get away as fast as you can. Triceratops, three-horned face. As our Triceratops mature, holes open up in their frill bones. At first I thought it was another nucleotide sequencing error. Now it's clear that Triceratops and Torosaurus are the same species. I'm still not sure why the morphology changes with age like that. Status recognition? Our Triceratops have developed a fondness for the leaves of the local banana plants. They'd jump through hoops for the stuff if they weren't so damn heavy. Tyrannosaurus rex, tyrant lizard king. Despite the theories popular among some paleontologists, I'm convinced our T-Rex's motion-based vision is the result of Wu's amphibian DNA. It's like the frogs and toads that eat their meals in one bite. Who knows how its vision would be if John had let me fill in the genome properly. Regardless, it makes our T-Rex safe to observe, if you're careful. Stay still, and you can stay out of sight. Compsognathus? Pretty jaw. I have to admit, of all the dinosaurs we have managed to clone so far, Compsognathus holds a special place in my heart. I imagine it's because they remind me of the chickens we had on the farm when I was growing up. In fact, their genetic structure is so similar to birds that I'm a bit surprised they don't have feathers. Then again, thanks to all the shortcuts we've been forced to make, I can't say for sure that they didn't. Herrerasaurus, Herrera's lizard. I would have loved to have seen Don Victorino Herrera's face when he first discovered the bones of the Herrerasaurus. And now one of the oldest dinosaur species discovered is reborn and walking on our facilities. When we were engineering the Herrerasaurus, I didn't know they were meant to be a safe alternative to the Velociraptor exhibit. Though not nearly as smart as the raptors, their chase instinct makes them almost as dangerous. The quarantine pens. I am getting so sick of Hammond. I can't believe he ordered another group of raptors to this island from Site B after what happened last time. The man will never learn to respect what we have created and stop trying to create a spectacle. At least they used the southern quarantine pens. If they tried to take them to the ones near the docks, they'd have found the brood I've been raising there. Direct orders or not, euthanizing an entire species just because they're unprofitable is not acceptable. That's her talking about the Troodon there, I guess. Parasaurophilus, near-crested lizard. I am extremely pleased with the progress David and I have been making with the parasaur behavioral experiments. Our hypothesis that the cranial crest was used for amplified sound communication has been brilliantly confirmed, but the coloring being used to identify various social cliques was something I was not fully expecting. I have been able to isolate their mating, feeding, and warning calls, and am excited to see how they respond to recordings of their own sounds. David has converted the area around the water tower to a holding pen, and has rigged up an intricate speaker system for projecting their calls. This is science, the kind that can't be rushed with a checkbook. Velociraptor, Swift Caesar. Our velociraptors differ significantly from the fossil record. They're perhaps 3 times as large as they should be. They're definitely velociraptors, but based on size alone, they appear to have more in common with Utahraptor or Deinonychus. I've given Dr. Wu meaningful looks when the subject has come up, but he doesn't seem to make the connection between his frog DNA hack and the discrepancy. Politically speaking, if he doesn't, nobody will. The tunnel network. Once again, I got caught in a torrential downpour on the way back to my lab from the parasaur pen. I had hoped that they would extend the tunnel network to my lab, but spare no expense doesn't apply when you're in the doghouse. I may broach the subject again once they complete the process of connecting the tunnels to the visitor center and the rest of the park's core. Can you imagine that? After everything she did for Hammond and for that park, she can't even get a tunnel leading to her frickin' lab so she doesn't get rained on. Geothermal power. The park's main power source is a geothermal plant, driven by the latent volcanic activity so rampant in this area. For some reason, Ray Allen and Hammond are reticent about sharing the procedure for shutting down and restarting the power. Although they claim the secrecy is for security, relying on one of the chosen few to be present and conscious during a crisis actually makes me feel less secure. I think I've managed to figure it out on my own, just in case. Troodon, wounding tooth. Our mystery eggs hatched today, confirming my suspicions. They're Troodon pectinodon. I'm thrilled to have achieved those results in my own lab, but Hammond is concerned that we've cloned a dinosaur that might not fit into his vision for the park. He wants a full evaluation before he'll add them to the list. Well, that's confusing. If the first pages are, like the oldest and the later pages are the newest, which would make sense, then, how could these mystery eggs just hatching be the Troodon if that's the brood that she has out in the quarantine pens? We knew they would be efficient predators with grasping hands, binocular vision, and exceptionally large brains. We figured they might be nocturnal. But we had no idea about the stealth, the stalking, or the nightmarish venom. After the latest incident, John has deemed the Troodon a threat to his vision of the park. He has told me in no uncertain terms that they are to be destroyed, along with all records of their creation. I'll play along, but I will not euthanize an entire species. I'll hide them in the quarantine pens for now. They'll be safe there. Okay, so she is talking about the same thing. It seems backwards. The marine exhibit. Remember how John diverted half my funding for urgent needs last year? Well, I happened to get a look at one of those needs today, and it's another tourist trap, a marine exhibit. It's not going to open until Phase B, which means it's not a priority over opening the park, just over basic research. The guys building it don't even know what animals it's meant to hold. Maybe John will get Wu to spin a plesiosaur out of polywogs. Mosasaur. Muse River lizard? Finally found out what John has in store for his marine exhibit, a mosasaur. It's a Phase B attraction, so it's not on the list. Apparently the first specimen is viable, and it's already outgrown the breeding tank. I'd be pissed off about being kept out of the loop, but I'm too excited to care. A mosasaur, the apex predator of the late Cretaceous seaways, with a double-hinged jaw to gulp down large prey, upwards of 50 feet long depending on genus. It's going to be magnificent. I just hope the facility is large enough to be a healthy habitat. There's a storm coming. I can feel it, like I could feel tornadoes coming when I was little, back in Arkansas. Ray will probably call an evacuation. Not sure I'll go. We're secure here, and the parasaurs need tending. Most important, I'm nearly ready to reverse Wu's cruel lysine contingency. Once that's done, everything's going to fall into place. John will see that he can't control these animals or me, and Isla Nublar will become a nature preserve, a proper habitat, a home. See, she had nice intentions, but even if this whole thing, you know, life finds a way, I mean, even if the storm hadn't come and, you know, the park, losing control of the park and everything, even if this had just gone according to plan, that wouldn't have worked the way she thought it would have. She probably just would have created another, you know, disaster, like the one that ended up happening instead. Where is that one? Yeah, see, this seems out of, yeah, this seems out of, what's the frickin' word I'm looking for? Out of order. Like, I think it's the Troodon she's talking about here. But then again, I think a few pages, I think like 4 pages get unlocked every episode. So I guess if you're only reading 4 pages at a time, you're supposed to read this and get a hint about something, but not be sure what. And then by the time you're way over here, you're like in the last episode, or you've completed the last episode. So maybe it was purposely put there to, you know, for gaming purposes. Okay, that's that. Thank you if you're still here. Yeah, this is my first completed LP. Took me about, what, 9, 10 months to complete it, but and for a first LP, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, this is just... It has to be one of my favorite games, I think, and while I have a lot of games that I like a lot, and a few games that I do like more than this, the other games that I like a lot, you know, they've gotten the credit that they're due. You know, like Morrowind, Knights of the Old Republic, Dragon Age Origins, you know, Sims 2. I mean, they've gotten the credit that they deserve. But with Jurassic Park the game, you know, this game came out, and I mean, I think most people aren't even aware of it, which I just think is a shame. Maybe I'm being biased just because I'm a big Jurassic Park fan. Like, maybe if I wasn't into dinosaurs at all, I wouldn't be impressed. But I don't know. I like this game a lot. So, thank you for taking this journey with me, and I'll see you next time.